Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Lockett League Grand Final. I'm one of your hosts, Bollard, and I'm joined here with Techie's Main, or Peter. I don't know what you want to be called by. How you doing, dude?
Yeah, Peter's fine. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back. And yeah, we're going to be here with some of the best Rocket League Frontier has to offer, which is really not saying a lot. But seems like the teams are almost ready. But in the meantime, why don't we go over what's happened in the tournament up till now? So we've got some graphics on screen, some incredibly well put together graphics. Thanks, Rich, for making a spreadsheet about 10 years ago now that we're still using to this day to track these Rocket League matches. But yeah, let's start by talking about the group stage, which you can see up in the top left of the screen. Your team did pretty well, Peter. Topping the group, only losing one map, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Doesn't want to talk about it. I respect it. I'm actually going to have to open the images on another screen because I can't see it. My team, on the other hand, did not do so hot. We did come bottom of the table and we didn't win a single game. I also do not want to talk about it. But the two teams we're going to be watching today actually came second and fourth in the group stage, which is pretty exciting. Some upsets happening there in the semi-finals. Any other people in the group stand out to you? Maybe people that didn't make it into the top four that you thought played really well?
Everyone, to be honest. I mean, the quality. Obviously, I've played in these for like last few years now, and the quality has just skyrocketed. I feel like the first time, I don't know what year it would have been. It felt like everyone was kind of like what plats, few golds here and there. Like maybe the top of the top was like a champ, and then everyone else it's just like way lower than that. The quality has just skyrocketed. Everyone's good now. Everyone could take a game off anyone else. Like even though it looks like we did really well and like we won most of our series, like we easily could have lost any of those. Like anyone could have gone either way. Like we played your team, for example, and that was one
Yep.
of the sweatiest games that we played the whole time. Like you easily could have beat us. It was just how it went down.
We lost 2-0 again, because we didn't take a single map or tournament, but we managed to only lose by one goal in both games, and I think in one of them it went to OT, if I remember right as well.
Yeah, they were super close games.
Those were the closest we got to winning all tournament, and you topped the group only dropping one map, so it's pretty insane, and yeah, a real good showing across all the people who took part, and a big thank you everyone again for taking part. These tournaments are really fun. I enjoy doing them every year, and I'll keep doing them as long as people keep playing this silly little car football game. So, one of the players is ready. This is a good start. I would like confirmation that more than one player is ready, and then we'll get into the first game. But we haven't talked about the semi-finals. So the semi-finals were quite an affair. I'm just going to try and get my image up locally because it's so small on my screen. It looks great for you guys, I imagine, but for me, it's tiny. So our two semi-finals, we had Aaron, Peter, and Nick. That's your team against Salvador, Rich, and Jamie. Really close one. Went 2-3. In fact, both the semi-finals went 3-2 or 2-3. What went wrong?
Why do you have to do me like that? No, I don't know. Again, it was just really close. Like we had these guys numbered just about in the series we played with them during the round robin, and then it came to the day. I don't know if it was the nerves or if they just switched it on. Salvador, to be honest, was playing out of his mind. They were all playing really well. We were trading games here and there. You know how it
I
goes.
think that's a really good point. Salvador is definitely going to be a player to watch in the grand final here tonight. He can really pop off for his team. So, Rich and Jamie are going to be somewhat relying on him. Not that they aren't capable themselves, but he's definitely one to watch in the final. And then the other match again went 3-2. A really valiant fight put up by Matt, Johnny, and Stuart. Another series that I think was a reverse sweep. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard on the grapevine.
That's not what you want in the semi-finals of Lockett League. But, Tom Christos and Harry has been described as perhaps the most toxic team in the history of Lockett League. We'll be interested to see. Tom still doesn't want to play, hasn't wanted to play any of these games, and he's had to play every single one of them. You have to feel for him. But Tom's no stranger to finals of Lockett League, with a second place finish not only a few years ago. And it'll be interesting to see how their chemistry works out in the final, because I think to me, they're the most well-balanced, the most well-rounded team in terms of skill level.
Yeah, for sure. There's not much between them, and like any one of them can pop off. Like they're all super solid. So if they're all switched on, they're like a really really hard team to beat.
Okay, awesome. I don't know. At least one person has replied in the chat. I think at this point we're just going to have to assume everyone's ready and get stuck in. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, let's get it going.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. We've got, Harry, got Rich, most of the players are actually just in the Twitch chat, which is really worrying to see.
Right, guys, what are you doing?
I do see Aaron in the chat though, so shout out to our one actual legitimate viewer. Thank you for turning up. But yeah, I think it's nearly time to get into the games here. So, Peter, I've made you party leader. We've made a custom map pool. I've not got a graphic for that, but we have made a custom Lockett League Grand Final map pool that I hope the players are really going to appreciate. So, I'll let you take a moment to get us into the first map.
Yeah, alright.
What is the first map going to be?
This is going to be DFH Stadium. This is a classic. This is what we've been playing all the round robin and the semi-finals in. So starting us off with a Lockett League Classic here.
Yeah, anyone who is in the chat, let me know how the audio levels are. I've turned the game right the way down, so we might need to keep an eye on it and make sure that it's audible for everyone. But in the meantime, it looks like all the players are in. Director Cam is up and running, and I will get us in game with a little fade. And here we are into game one of the Lockett League 2023 Grand Final. Tom, breaking that toxic trait and typing good luck, have fun in the final, but Salvador's popped off already and scored a banger.
He's absolutely done him there. Cheeky little fake out. Big pop. No one expected that.
The double jump pop. You love to see it. And Tom with the GG, well played. That's it, he's tapping out early. You don't get this in RLCS. You don't get to see all the chat. Like, I like to imagine the pros do quick chat a lot during.
Yeah.
In fact, is that a bannable offence? Do they get fined if they quick chat anything other than GG?
I thought they were allowed to quick chat, but they're probably not allowed to be like super toxic.
I know in some esports, it's actually like a punishable offence in StarCraft to type anything other than GG during a match. Yeah. Because there were definitely instances in the past of players not behaving themselves, shall we say, in the game chat. We see Salvador coming off the ceiling, doing his best Stuart impersonation. I really like to see that. But the ball is going to break free for Orange.
Yeah, we had a bit of a quick pace start there. It's kind of calmed down a bit. Oh, just as I say that. Of course,
that one just snuck on in. I didn't even see what happened. What was going on there?
Oh, that was I think a team 50 there. That was unlucky.
Tom continuing to be toxic in the chat after they score their first goal. Yeah, that was a really unlucky touch there. They kind of bundled into one another and the ball broke free for team. I mean, what are we going to call these teams? We can't call them orange and blue because I think I'll just lose my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that it would be really helpful in that, so we're not having to refer to individual players all the time.
It's a good shot, but Salvador's going to push it away. Tom's going to try and bump him out, which gives him another chance to attack, but Harry was too far away from that one. Rotated all the way back.
It's putting a little bit of pressure on here.
So maybe next year we can invest in, the production team. I don't have CJ's production closet, so unfortunately we don't have an overlay. But I think next year I might spend a bit of time doing some research and figure out how to get a Rocket League overlay, and we can get some team names on screen. I don't even have a way to show the series score, so I'm going to figure that out in between Game 1 and Game 2. You guys will have to bear with me.
Can you still set it up as a best of? I know it was pretty buggy when they first added it, but I think there's a setting for doing that in private matches, is there not?
There is indeed, yeah.
Displays team names on it.
I don't know if it goes above 5, but you can set a best of series. It did used to crash the game, or at least it used to make it so that I think some players couldn't rejoin the match in the second or third games of the series. So, bit sketchy. Not sure I trust anything programmed by Psionics. That's a good sight on net. Tom Salvador bashes it away again. Playing really well so far. As we said, he's one to watch for sure. See what Harry can do with a bit of boost. Gets bumped off the play, and now Salvador has control.
Jamie went for a cheeky bump play there, but Reto dodged as well.
That's another good point. Should we use in-game names or real names?
I was going to ask you this before, and I didn't, so now I'm just doing a mixture.
Fine.
I think in-game names just so people know who we're talking about, I suppose. Anyone that doesn't know who the players are.
That's a good shout, actually. Jambi with another big save. And Visual Door manages to get a shot off. It's gone over, and Harry did not have the clear. Rich didn't make good contact, and Visual Door has whiffed that one, but Rich does get back in time. Little double commit, but it hasn't cost them yet.
Both teams defending really well here.
Oh, the fake into the air dribble from Salvador.
huge amount of pressure coming out from either side. It feels like they're kind of just testing the waters at the moment. A little bit of boomer ball here and there, knocking it upfield, seeing how the other players respond, just sort of testing the waters, seeing how everyone's playing.
Yeah. And I am actually going to start adding an on-screen score because I know I'm going to need it. If I don't do it sooner rather than later, I will forget. Oh, we're getting the basic font. Oh, this looks incredible. Wow, someone, Psionics, Last, whoever, hope you're watching. Because this is some peak production right here. I'm going to make the screen a little bigger so I can see what I'm doing. Gotta love the director cam in Rocket League, I will say.
Yeah, it's great.
Really bails you out if you're incompetent at spectating like we are. Is anything going on in the game while I'm not watching?
Orange had a pretty good look there. I don't really know where the blue defense was, but Powder Blue kept the ball out really nicely. I rush back to net.
Visual Door trying to take control, and Harry with the double demo. That's what we've been waiting for. This is a team that has a lot of demos in them, and it could be the way that they find a victory here, as we look like we're going to be heading to overtime.
It is looking that way.
There's another one, as we just mentioned it. Tom gets the clear and the demo for his troubles. Harry punts one downfield, and I think that'll be all she wrote, unless we've seen 0-second goals coming out of these teams, but not today. So far, it's been a pretty tense match after those 2 quick goals went in at the start. Who do you think looks most likely to take it at this point?
Oh, it's so hard to call at the moment. As I say, I'm still kind of trying to get an understanding of who's playing well. It looks like maybe the nerves are kicking in a bit. We're seeing some uncharacteristic whiffs here and there. It's really hard. I'm thinking the players are that's unfortunate.
No.
That is unfortunate.
Harry does well to get up early to Jambu's booming clear, but Salvador's kind of put him off and he's dropped it back down to him, and that's going to be game 1 for Jambu, Visual Door and Powder Blue Kez.
Close game there to start.
Yeah, a really close game. We're going to transition back to my face, my beautiful face, as I put the scores into the sick new overlay that I've just discovered called a text scene in OBS. And we're going to get ready for game 2. Have you chosen the new map before I ready up?
I have not yet. I can't see the score, by the way. Where have you put it?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's hidden at the moment. If you just
go
into
okay.
options,
I thought you were putting it on screen. Right.
No. If you just go into options and then change the map before we load in, because we've only got 30 seconds.
Yep. Putting it in.
Shut my door so you guys don't hear that noise in the background. Thank you, Aaron. Excellent car football in the chat. And we've got a spam bot. Yes, it's offering me chat bots, view bots, followers for a small price of my soul, which I'm not going to pay. I'm actually going to ban them as well, because I think I have that power. Nope.
Alright, I'm all good. Shall I ready up?
Yes.
Different styles.
I banned the chat bot. Everyone will be pleased to know I'm keeping the chat clean and safe for everyone. Alright, it looks like we're getting into game number 2. This is an exciting map. Let me get it on screen for everyone. Once I hit spectate, get rid of that. Transition back into game. And there's the 1-0 score showing up for Team Blue. As Powder Blue players, Kez goes for kickoff on the new map. It's my first time seeing this. What do you think of it?
I actually really like it. I hate to admit it. It felt, when they announced it, like maybe a little bit on the low effort side, but actually having spent a little bit of time in there in free play earlier, I really like it. I thought that it was just a plain old reskin, chuck some grass on there, leave it at that, but actually they've kind of switched it. You're in the shallows now. Yeah, I like the vibe, I'm not going to lie, and really good visibility as well, which is more than can be said for some of the recently added maps.
Yeah, it's really bright. I didn't realise how clear and visual it would be. I've got the game on minimal graphic settings because I'm not a streamer, so I didn't think to turn all the shiny stuff on. So you guys are going to just have to deal with this looking a bit like booty. But what isn't booty right now is the Rocket League. We've seen some good sights on net for Team Orange. Oh, there's another chance, nearly goes in, and another team bump.
Well, that's a great pass. Oh, slaps it in.
Well done, Harry. Cleaning up after Tom makes a big ruckus in the net from Salvador, or Visualdor, sorry, as well, causing troubles. And he gets punished for it. Yeah, it is much better than Aquadome Original. I was never a big fan of Original Aquadome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's placebo from when it used to make your game run slower on PlayStation, or whether it was just the floor being quite noisy. I didn't like looking at it.
There is a lot of visual noise, and it is quite dark as well. This is just a generally cleaner variant. I can't really complain.
No, absolutely not. It's called Salty Shallows, right? That's the name of it?
Yes.
Weird that they changed the name quite so much. I guess it is kind of a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like the most epic game's name as well. Sounds like
Towers.
a Fortnite map.
It does sound like a Fortnite map. What if this was just a Fortnite map? Give it another 2 years and we'll all be uninstalling Fortnite. Orange still seems to have the upper hand. And as we say that, another shot gets slammed in by Harry. He's really peaking in this game. I'm going to say that fake was 100% intentional.
Yep, definitely not a whiff.
Definitely not a whiff. Tom doesn't whiff. He knows what he's doing. We see a 2-0 lead for the first time in this series. It'll be interesting to see whether Orange can capitalise on it as Jambu goes up for a nice aerial, but Tom is there to close it down. Rich gets a slow shot on net, but yeah, Salvador doesn't quite manage to convert.
Oh, that was looking like another one for a second there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see really if Blue can bounce back from this one. And just as I say,
we've got the full-on caster blessing at the moment. Every time we mention a team
at this point.
All right, let's do it. Let's call the next goal.
The script.
Who's scoring?
Visual Door at 1 minute and 53. It's going to be a nutty double tap.
A nutty double tap. I'd really like to see that. Director Cam is having a moment with that kickoff, but we've got a bit of normalcy now as Jambu completely whiffs the ball. Oh, okay. And Tom slams another one in for Orange at 2:28. The prediction a little bit off.
Little bit off.
Gotta feel bad for Jambu having to struggle with a PS5 though.
That's not Jambu, that's Reto. That's Reto.
Oh, it's Reto that's struggling with the PS5. Fair enough. Jambu's got no excuse.
Shouldn't have missed that one.
No, I can't come up with any reason to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Salvador trying to make amends for the team though. Going for their own bumps, Blue. They're not intimidated by Orange's bumpy playstyle.
The playstyle was described as ratty by one of the other competitors in the tournament.
Not naming names. Oh no, not
I think they're in the chat.
Team 50.
Yeah, sure.
Here's a good chance for Rich. He should be able to pop that one home. 153 for Powder Blue Cares. Pretty close to your original prediction, and for the right team this time. Lovely pass from Salvador.
Oh, I said 153, didn't I?
I think so.
Got the time right.
Got the timing and team. Player was wrong, and there was another goal in between, but we won't talk about it. Instead, we'll talk about this cracking Rocket League game.
It was a bit of a sad tap-in rather than a nutty double tap.
I mean, Salvador
the
was
nutty double
involved.
tap's coming later.
Speaking of nutty double taps, oh my god, you nearly summoned another one. Tom's got an open net if he can get around the ball.
Very open. Well done by Visual Door.
Yeah, Visual Door doing well to get back there and get a hold of it. Has up. Got possession still. Gets round one. Will he be able to get the ball across to his team? Doesn't look like it.
Woo! They almost barreled that one in.
That was looking extremely dangerous. Salvador managed to just get enough on it. Rich with a good carry.
Orange just struggling to get this one out of their corner.
They've still got that precious 1-goal lead. Holy guacamole. Big Jambu there with an insane double off the sidewall. Pinch goes up and Reto is there to meet it, but gets boomed away by Salvador one more time. Both teams playing quite passive, happy to let the other team take the hits in midfield and then just trying to clean up the mess afterwards. Not really challenging early in that midfield area.
Yeah, it should all change soon. At some point soon, Blue are going to have to switch it on, go full send. They've got one more goal. There's a lot of work left to do in this game if they don't want to go. Oh wait, hang on. Who won the first game? It'd be 1-1, wouldn't it?
It will be 1-1 at the moment if the scores stay like this. Salvador trying to make a play happen, misses the boost, then gets it stolen from underneath him. Really unlucky play there, but the ball is in the right part of the pitch for Blue right now.
Time is ticking down.
Jambu manages to keep it up. And Rich isn't able to get the touch. Powder Blue cares with the whiff. Does mean that the series is going to be tied 1-1. We'll go back to my face as we get ready for game number 3. I was really worried for a minute we were going to get a sweep there, so I'm actually quite happy that we're going to get a series out of it.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone playing quite well here, keeping it super close. I'm thinking this one could easily go the distance.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, as we mentioned, the teams are stacked in different ways. Like looking at the scoreboard now, we can see Visual Door putting up 500 points on his team. A pretty heroic performance despite the defeat. He got the most score in the entire game. But you look at the orange side and the scores are much more even, only separated by about 150 points from top to bottom. Have you got the next map ready? Am I good to ready up?
Yes, we are loaded up. We've got Sovereign Heights coming up, which is a bit of a newer one.
This is, in fact, one of my favourite maps that they've added in quite a while. We'll get the scores on screen, get into the match for game number 3. Who is going to take the lead in this series?
We've not seen any crazy kickoff strats yet. I'm quite surprised actually that we're yet to see a fake out of the orange team. Tom in particular is known for his fakes on kickoff.
Have they not done one at all?
I don't think so, unless I'm just not even paying attention.
Oh! It was nearly a fantastic save, but unfortunately it just dropped back into the middle and Jambu there was to bundle it home. Reto, really unlucky that he didn't get more on that, I think. Blue are back leading again. See Harry trying to pop the wave dash in midfield while he's got no boost. Rich there to meet it, and Salvador to punt it away. That might just go in. Rich does well. Powder Blue Kez there, punting the ball to the side. But Tom still has possession. He's going to drop it down to Reto. Nothing on for him though.
Orange getting some good pressure here.
Yeah, they went
blue corner.
They went down one early. That's
a
lovely touch. Holy moly. Does get the blue out for free. That's dangerous.
Looking like a great load. That's a good dive in from Tom there.
Salvador got some time off the sidewall. What's he going to be able to do with it? Not enough boost. Drops it to Jambu and saved away again.
Tom's got Harry in the middle. Plays it low. Nice 50.
Visual Door on the backboard with boost to work with. What's he going to do? Bring it back to the ground. Can he find a teammate? Tries to go on his own and he gets shut down by Reto.
Bit of a slow one, this one. Neither team really getting any particularly good looks in. Good sustained pressure from both sides once they get into each other's corners, but have we seen many shots yet?
Bring up the scoreboard. Looks like no, we've not seen 2 shots out of each team. So pretty low shooting game. As you said, the ball's been kept up either end, but not really created any opportunities out of it. The defense has been strong in this one so far. Great opportunity to Visual Door, but he just sticks it wide. That's really unlucky. Not seen much toxicity in the chat this game. Maybe we'll see more of that if Orange manage to tie it up.
Once again, Blue just good pressure. Every time there's a clear, one of them's there. Ready for a block, a 50, whatever it may be. Door. He's got boost again. Could pinch this.
Oh, one of them needed to put a name on that.
I thought he was doinking that in his own net for a second.
Once again, we see a risky situation, but no real shooting opportunity comes out of it. The defense just able to clean up. Not enough. Maybe a bit of fear. No one wants to overcommit at the current moment in time.
Yeah, for sure.
Good dribble by Tom. Is he going to be able to do anything with it? No. Paddle Kez shuts that down.
Yeah, neither team really able to capitalize on the mistakes of the other team. Especially, it's surprising because in threes you can nearly always send your first man. But even in this case, it looks like the teams are hesitating to even do that.
To be fair to them, we haven't seen any goals come on the counter-attack from an overcommit. I will say that the cautiousness is paying off, at least defensively, even if neither team seems willing to take a risk, which the Orange team is going to have to do as we enter the final minute of Game 3. They're staring at going down 2-1 in the series. Now, it's the best of 7, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm sure they'd much rather be 2-1 up than 2-1 down.
It's looking like a good opportunity here. Visual's awkward on the backboard. That's a great pass. Just a little bit high.
The shot that came in was far too late. There was an open net opportunity, and by the time the shot came in, it was an awkward angle. Tom slapping the crossbar and not quite getting what he really wanted there.
Yeah, with this much time left on the clock, you've really just got to send it. Nothing to lose at this point if you're Orange.
And Visual will be very happy with keeping this in the corner. Burning that time off the clock. Comes back to his team. Another booming clear. That might just sail all the way in. Just wide. It's looking like a blue win for the moment. Unless no.
It's gone in.
It's just gone straight in. The 0-second equaliser. This is Rocket League. Spammed in the chat. Salvador must be gutted to not get a 50-50 there. He thought he was meeting Harry at the same time, but it was just dimed him for the shot of his life. And we go to OT in Game 3. I can't believe it. I have to say, this feels a little bit like daylight robbery, but then again, neither team's really put much on this game, so I'm not sure either of them deserve to win.
It's not really like Blue Team was dominating it, or even particularly holding their lead that well. It was kind of like an early-ish goal, and then neither team really doing a whole lot since then. So
the good news for both teams... sorry, go ahead.
What was that, sorry?
I was saying, the good thing for both these teams is neither of them can get reverse swept because they both won a game. That was all I was going to say. The trauma of that reverse sweep left them behind in the semi-final. They don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, big demo into a fake from Harry. Doesn't quite pay off, but I like the idea. The visual door pops off. What a save!
Oh, the double save.
No way. Another demo coming in. The bump's really coming out from the Orange team now, including on themselves.
Yeah, indiscriminate bumping. That pretty much sums up the playstyle of the 2/3 of the Orange team.
That one's going to pop off the crossbar, but Blue should have an easy clear. No one up challenging again. Don't want to overcommit an OT. Oh.
Pressure of this OT definitely getting to some of the players. We're seeing overcommits that we weren't seeing in regulation time.
There's been a lot of double commits, and you can see players getting out of position. That fake could work out for them. It wouldn't be the first time Tom's whiffed a shot and then his teammates have slapped one in. It doesn't pay off this time. Sorry, faked a shot.
It's a mind game.
That really should have been in Orange's net.
They've got away from out of that.
Powder Blue Care's unlucky to hit the post, sorry. And this overtime keeps trundling on. We're up to 2 minutes played now. More double commits. Can Orange punish? A double commit of their own to return the favour. Tom, third man, makes a dangerous challenge but manages to just get enough on it.
Reto hits that. Probably not where he wanted. Oh, that's hit the bar as well.
Neither team wants it enough. That's what I'm seeing here.
This is just becoming a game of endurance at this point.
Yeah.
The longer the OT drags on, it's just going to be about. It's just going to be mistake after mistake until something just rolls its way into the net.
Speaking of rolling into the
interesting
net,
fake.
Rich has made a big whiff, and Tom's got the demo, turns around, slams it in the net, and the orange team is going 2-1 up in this series. There he is, kills Salvador, has enough time to bump his teammate, and then slap it into the open net. Rich forgot to join voice chat. It's all gone wrong for the Blues. We'll have to make sure that they figure it out in game number 4. Game number 4 as the Orange go 2-1 up in the series. Let me get back out of game so that we can get ready for the next one. You think?
Shall we
with
go
voice
to the
chat?
menu?
Do we need to?
Well, I just want, as long as Rich has his voice back.
Do they get a tactical timeout? There are no timeouts in this best of 7.
Alright, map's changed. Alright.
Alright, we'll get into the next one. Hopefully Rich's voice chat. We'll let the game start and we'll see how it's going. Hopefully we have no additional tech issues and Rich is able to talk fine to his teammates. But yeah, why don't you tell us what this next map that we're going into is?
This is Beckwith Park, one of my favourite training maps. Although I do prefer to train on the nighttime version of it.
The map we were just on was my favourite training map.
Oh, nice.
Gone from one to the other. Okie dokie. Ooh.
Nothing
Maybe a
like
goal straight off the kickoff there.
nothing like chilling on Beckwith Park midnight, grinding out some mechanics.
Getting flippy resets, double taps.
All of that. Oh, that's a great look from Orange. Great pass. Opting to play for control there. That's a really nice play from Tom, actually, just slowing the ball down just enough. Good awareness to know that both his team were up there.
Yeah, bought them some time to get back. That's the thing, a lot of Rocket League is just buying your teammates time, right? You just need to, especially when you're last man, make sure that you burn the clock down enough for someone to rotate back and have a better angle at it. Orange with some sustained pressure here. Keep hitting that backboard. One of these is going to, full center and be a bit more dangerous.
The team's looking quick this game. It looks like the pace has increased. I don't know what's happened.
That is true.
Everyone's just flying at the ball this game.
Maybe the energy they got from the OT has kind of carried through, but now they've had a moment to compose themselves. They're a bit, fewer mistakes, but they kept the same kind of intensity. Yeah, players getting up a lot earlier than they were in Game 1 and 2. In Game 1 and 2, both teams were content to sit back and let the other team boom it to them, but now we see people going up to challenge in midfield. That's a great catch from Salvador. Is he going to turn it into an air dribble? He's got one touch. He's got 2 touches. Oh my goodness, that was nearly a wonderful goal.
Save.
And that's the kind of pop-off behaviour we're going to need from the Visual Door to see Blue tie this series up. Good control from Powder Blue Cares. 50'd out to the corner. Look at that. The pre-jump, not really a pre-jump, but the challenge up on the ceiling there from Jambu. Really getting on top of that orange team, not letting them get out for free. He's up again, drops it centre.
All players just firing on all cylinders hit. Things like that, those aerial challenges, we just were not seeing those in the first couple of games.
No, not at all. I think they've truly got warmed up. I don't know how many of these players have played any games before jumping into the Lockett League Grand Final. I think more than a couple had to put kids to bed, so we're probably coming in a bit cold. But we've still seen some pretty good standard of Rocket League so far, and it seems to only be getting better. Look at the challenges now.
Should have prepared some more stats, actually. We could have done hours played last 2. Could have called some people out.
We could have. I know I've seen at least one of these teams grinding in the evenings. Who was it that we saw recently?
Actually, I think that might have been...
was it in the semi-finals? Oh, were we outing people?
The team that lost.
That's awkward. Let's not talk about it. Harry does well to leave that one. Knew it was wide, which is rare for Harry, and does take it into the corner. There's more demos happening in net. The ball is open. Jambi with the reversing goal! Even the demo from Harry couldn't stop that one from going in. I really enjoyed this goal. Jambi gets the demo. Visual gets the 50. And Jambi says, Rich, no, this is my goal.
Go get his stats up.
I haven't been recording the scoreboards at the end to see who the top scorer of the tournament's been. We don't have a golden tire for Rocket League yet. Maybe one day Rocket League can expand its repertoire of accolades.
Nice patience from Tom there. He had to cover both the shot and, well, visual door shot and the pass to Jambu, and he does it perfectly.
Yeah, I like this. Visual door going up for this one. Should get a shot on target. Oh no! Millimeters away from going 2-0 up, and I think that probably would have been enough to seal this game, given how close it's been.
For sure.
We saw what happened to Blue last game, though. They led for the entire match, and then dropped a 0-second absolute ripper. It doesn't matter, though. They're going 2-0 up.
Again. Visual door says no, not on my watch.
Almost an exact recreation of the goal Visual door scored in Game 1. Instead of a double jump this time, he goes for the front flip, but it's still a beautiful flick into the top left. And that should secure it. Gonna cast a curse it, of course.
Yeah, there's just absolutely no way they come back from this. Not a chance, not a single chance. It just cannot happen.
We've never seen anything that crazy in Lockett League, such as coming up 2-0 down with 30 seconds to go. An entire lifetime in Rocket League. Speaking of which, Tom does get the shot on target.
Takes it all away.
Beautiful play. Needed one of his teammates, I think, to come with him.
Sure, and as I said earlier, this is the point. You just need to send the house. All 3 of you really can be going on these plays. Nothing
one
to
of you
lose.
needs to be bumping. One of you needs to be passing. The other one needs to be finishing. Like,
exactly.
if you concede, doesn't matter. Goal difference is not a thing in Rocket League. And
How do we see? Basically, AFK in net. He knows this one's over.
Visual door gonna slam the own goal home. No, gets denied by Harry. Weird choice. And goes for the squishy save to really rub it in. That'll be it. Game 4 goes to Blue, giving us a 2-2 tie in the grand final of Lockett League 2023.
Yeah, this one is about as close as we expected, I think.
I'm really enjoying
Really
this.
hard to pick a favourite out of these 2 teams currently. It's trading wins.
Absolutely. Has the new map been arranged? That's all good. I'll stay on the ready up screen until you do. How are people in chat enjoying the final so far?
We are all good to go on my side.
No whiffs in the grand final, says Criminally Vulgar. I agree. There are only intentional fakes. Good to go?
Yep, good to go.
Banger after banger. I hope we see something truly nutty, and you know what? I hope we get Game 7. That's what I really want.
For sure.
Speaking of classic maps, let's get into game number 5 on Urban Central.
Yeah, we couldn't miss this one out of the rotation, really. Particular goal comes to mind, a classic goal from a actually recently retired Squishy Muffins himself.
R.I.P. Squishy Muffin. We hardly knew you. Turns out he's a professional iRacing streamer now because he's taking part in a sponsored Porsche Carrera Cup. So there you go. Don't know when that happened.
What racing?
Porsche. iRacing. iRacing is like a subscription-based racing simulator. It's like the biggest kind of sim racing
I've never heard
game.
of this.
Oh yes.
He's a big gamer in Squishy Muffins. He's
He's
really
also
good at Counter Strike.
I was going to say, yeah, he's absolutely cracked at Counter. He's not one of the only pros that is really good at Counter Strike. I think there have been RL CS pros who have tried to go pro in Counter Strike actually because they're so good at it. But Squishy's always been decent. I think he's been global at various times in the past.
Yeah. I remember tuning into a stream once and he was playing Krunker. You ever played Krunker?
No.
It's a weird little, sort of goofy little FPS game. Like really low poly. And he was just nutty. He was just hitting like nutty sniper flicks, like left, right, and centre.
That's awesome.
Quite fun to watch.
I think I think I watched him play Wingman once. Some, I don't know, Twitch rivals or something like that, and he was pretty good. Game so far has been pretty even. Both teams have had good sights on net, but neither has been able to convert so far. You see Visual Door up near that ceiling again where he likes to be. Good touch around one. Can he get back to the ball? Yes, but Reto is there to 50 it away, and a chance, maybe? No, it's cleaned up by Jambu. Harry sinks one in to go one up. This series is so back and forth. I think each team is like kind of taking it in turn to lead games.
Yeah. For sure. It's hard to see this going anywhere but Game 7 at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a good drop-down pass from Tom. Getting it off the colour, that ceiling, is a really nice way to get it down to your teammates. Makes it super awkward for the defence. And now Tom finds himself in an awkward position on the other side.
Good demo coming out from Visual Door. Tom straight back in there to cover for it. Visual Door big on the aerial game at the moment. You can tell he's sort of feeling his mechanics a bit.
That was a lovely touch from Powder Blue Kez. It was a really tricky situation. Powder Blue Kez has a chance to go for the demo. He's been called onto it by Salvador, and Salvador gets the goal. Really smart heads-up play. So you could see Visual Door here slowing down intentionally, even though Harry was on his tail, and then Rich manages to put Reto under pressure, and they get the goal. Apologies for those on stream. My game is stuttering. I don't know why. If we figure it out, we'll fix it. The series and the
we've seen in the whole series so far is like 2 goals, right?
Yes, I think we've had like a 2-0 and a 3-1 at various times, potentially within the same game as well, actually.
Yeah. Super tight series. Ever unnecessary double commit there, but nothing's going to come of it. I've cursed it again. There's going to be a goal.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Big bumps coming out from Tom, but
Apparently,
Harry not there to capitalise.
According to Criminally Vulgar, Gibbs was a COD pro before Rocket League, which is astounding because I can't imagine. I mean, maybe he was good at COD, I don't know. His Rocket League career was very short, perhaps for good reason. But he's an absolute legend of the Rocket League community, that's for sure. I nearly played Gibbs in a Rocket League tournament once, but unfortunately he couldn't make it.
Oh.
It was very sad. But I did win the tournament, so you know it's not all sad.
Nice. Good look for orange here. Jammer looks a bit frozen in net.
I will be searching up the Gibbs COD sizzle reel after this match, but Tom slapped it in the top right-hand corner and giving them a chance to go up in this series. I just realised I didn't update the overlay. The game is tied 2-2, despite what the overlay says. So let me fix that now. It looks like at the moment, with a minute left, Orange have their chance to get their noses in front and go on to match point. Is Tom using the EMAC engine noise in the Fennec? Genuine question. No
Sure.
way.
And they've tied it up
No
again.
way. It's tied up again. We've got a Desmond 2-2 as Visual Door slaps that in the near post, bundling it past Tom, bundling it past Christos.
That was a beautiful play, actually. I kind of missed that first touch off the wall self pass on there.
Yeah.
Really nicely done.
Very nice indeed. So it's 2-2 in the game, 2-2 in the series. Who is going to stick their nose in front and get that match point? Visualdor feeling cocky, comes off the stealing, doesn't quite work out for him.
Again, good sustained pressure by Orange, but Blue just doing well to just be patient. They know there's no real threat when it's in that corner. Keep knocking it back out.
Jambu up early, doesn't get any touch on it, but leaves it for Rich. Rich also fancies leaving it. And some dangerous back passes coming in here. With 1 second left, that's not what you want to see. But speaking of things you don't want to see, Visualdor doesn't have the boost to get back to this, and we are going to another overtime. Alright, over-under. Are we getting more than 2 minutes of OT?
No, it's going to be a goal in the next 15 seconds.
Speaking of which, ooh, big clearance. Rich is under pressure again. He made a good goal line save earlier, and he catches it this time and controls it into the corner. It's a good centre there from Harry, but unfortunately none of his teammates are nearby. Orange looking for another risky drop down in front of their own net. Didn't get punished on it this time, but that was how Jambu scored at the last second last time.
Visualdor off the ceiling. Well defended by Reto.
Somehow gets the demo for his troubles, which I really like.
Blue looking a bit awkward here. Again, nothing quite comes of it.
Good bumps from Reto, getting Visualdor off the ball.
Visualdor straight up that. Oh, he's whiffed it though. I mean, faked. It's faked.
He's faked it for Jambu. Got the easy clear. It's good to see that the speed hasn't dropped since it kind of picked up in game 4, sorry.
Sure.
That's a great flick over 1. Can he get the flick over 2? Another good challenge on the defense. Or Visualdor with a good sight of net there. Doesn't catch it the way he wanted to. Well placed into the corner from Big Jambu. Powder Blue cares to get the follow-up and an attack, potentially.
Well, my prediction was wrong again, so I need to just stop making them at this point.
I think you've got, like, the anti-curse at this point. Whatever you say won't happen. So say that there won't be a goal in the next minute.
There won't be a goal in the next minute. There won't be a nutty double tap in the next minute.
There won't be a flip reset in the next minute.
That's a great demo. Blue not quite there to capitalise again. I think that second man is just sitting a little bit too far back in some of these situations. Playing like it's twos, maybe not considering the fact that they've got a third man behind them. They've got a bit of time.
Just again there, Visualdor went solo, made a bunch of great challenges, got the ball centre, and then nobody was there to follow it up. I think Powder Blue Cares was probably a net and Jambu on the halfway line when they both could have been pushed up about half a pitch further than they were. Great opportunity, drops it down for Jambu again.
For sure, but it all comes down to, again, never mind. It all comes down to just not wanting to overcommit, I think. Neither team really wants to send the house, although this is looking dangerous.
Somehow the triple commit gets the save. Despite
3 times the chance of saving it.
It's true. That's just math. I've played Balatro. Get that 3 times multiplier, you score thousands of chips, millions of chips. And right now, one of these teams needs to get some chips and score a goal so they can go up in this series. The anti-curse didn't work. We didn't see a double tap. We didn't see a goal in the next minute. We're going for an entire another game of Rocket League at this rate without a goal. We see a chance for a breakaway. How is Harry going to deal with this as third man? Beautifully. Gets the ball. Gets possession.
Oh, he can decide if he wanted to go for boost or ball there, and he didn't really get either.
No. And he's going to get demoed for his troubles as well. You hate to see it.
At least he gets his boost there.
Only 30 of it, though. He loses quite a lot.
Oh, Visualdor had him on ropes for a second there.
Yeah. Oof, that was a dangerous pass, but thankfully the blue team decided to save their own shot. That pinch could have gone anywhere. But Visual Door should be positioned, unless he gets bumped out by Harry, to make this save from Christos. But no, denied away again, and the match keeps going. We're heading for 5 minutes of OT.
That's a great drop-down pass. Once again, just no one there from Blue. Interesting touch by Powder Blue.
See Visual Door with another good carry into the orange half. Once again, both of his teammates are in their own box. Really need to see them push up a bit more. It's currently causing problems, but that's a great shot. Reto's got no chance. Jambu finally slams one home and puts the Blues 3-2 up on match point in the Lockett League 2023 Grand Final.
Jambu, actually, another one to watch. I'm not sure we mentioned this, but Jambu was winner of last year's Twos tournament, wasn't he?
That is correct. We had Jambu and whatever name Johnny uses nowadays winning last year's Lockett League 2v2. We mixed it up this year and went back to the 3v3s. And it's great to see another returning finalist. It's worth mentioning as well, Powder Blue Kez is going for a three-peat. He could become the first ever Lockett League 3 times world champion. And I did promise to put a sticky note on the packet of hobnobs if he pulls it off with his freshly minted 3-time Lockett League champion title. Is the map ready to go?
Yes, it is. Good to go.
Fantastic. We're already up. We'll get into the potentially final game of this grand final. And what a map it is. This is the dusk variant, isn't it? Or is this what it looks like now? Because they've changed the brightness. No, this is the original, isn't it? There's a daytime variant.
But they added a brighter version of it. But I do think they changed the original as well. I swear these used to be more purple, if that's possible.
Yeah, I seem to remember it was the brick bit that kind of goes around the side. The cobblestones got brighter, if I remember right, when they added the new map or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I used to really. I mean, I do still really like the map, but it's just not the same.
Here we are. Game number 6. Potential winning chance here. Match point for the Blues. Rich must be quaking in his slippers. Thinking of the opportunity.
If either team switches up the playstyle here, or if they just keep doing what they're doing.
We haven't seen a single car switch all final, which is interesting to see. And there we go, Visual Door following up. That's what we've been missing all tournament, is someone following up on these chances from Blue. You got all 3 of their players in the orange half, keeping the pressure on, and it pays off.
Now, Orange, how will they respond? This is a situation I found myself in the final game, actually, of the best of 5 in the semis. Went down a goal early to this very team, in fact, to Visual Door's team, and I just watched that time tick down. The rest of that game, it was just one of those ones where we were a goal behind. All they had to do was play it safe, and they played it super, super safe. I imagine they're probably going to pull out the same sort of tactic now.
That was a great effort from Tom. I think Tom's current plan, and maybe the whole of Team Orange, is just to really step up that aggression and make the Blues uncomfortable. Like you said, if they're going to turtle, they're going to try and sit on that 1-goal lead. Bumps are actually a great way to disrupt their rotations and give yourself an opportunity that might not otherwise appear in a team that's sitting back so much.
Sure, but actually Blues still on the attack. I don't look like they're letting up.
Reto up quick. Gonna hit that backboard. Dealt with nicely by Jambu there. Visual Door up well, snuffing that opportunity before it even really had a chance to materialise. You see Tom with some time to control. Loses out to Jambu. Will they be able to punish? Nope.
An awkward touch. Tom up quick. Oh, another fake for Reto.
Yeah, and we see the Blues all getting into net. Reto's going to use this as an opportunity to get a demo on one. Fortunately, the keeper's still there at the front post because they did have 3 people stacked in net. Harry going for his signature move. Doesn't quite get the Doomsday, but maybe that's an opportunity that they can use to create a chance here. I'd love to see Harry score a Doomsday to tie this up. It would be pretty sick. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to say it, because if I do, it won't happen.
No, true. Reto, on the other hand, creates an opportunity. The ball's there for the taking. Visual Door doesn't have it.
Super awkward here. Once again, that second man from Orange just not ready to capitalise.
Yeah, it's kind of a role reversal in this game. We kept seeing Blue being afraid to get forward, and now it's Orange that really need to send the house. They've only got a minute and a half left. Double tap chance for Tom. Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
The nerves have got to be kicking in now for Orange. They know they've got to do something soon.
A little bit of a team bump, but they managed to get the ball away at least. Heading to the potential final minute of Lockett League 2023. Unless Orange can find something. They found a 0-second equaliser once already. I don't think Salvador's going to let them have that opportunity again.
Maybe that's the strat, just 50 it in on 0 seconds. They're just waiting for that moment. They know they don't need to score now. They could just score on the buzzer beater.
Who was it? It was one of the Sam teams, wasn't it, in London that made that mistake? Fury or someone? Oh, never mind.
The one for Blue.
Blues are not making any mistakes. Salvador continuing to put this team in his backpack. Wonderful pass from Rich. He's been set up by both of his teammates in this game. Slaps home another goal. Actually, I lied. Rich assisted both of them, sorry. For some reason I completely forgot. There's a reason he is a 2-times Lockett League champion. And there might be a reason very, very soon that he's a 3-time champion. The sweeper keeper himself pops it to Jambu.
Great pass again.
Oh, if Jambu got that back to Salvador, what an opportunity it would have been.
I'm just ticking down off the clock now. Orange need to do something fast.
Been a whiff. There's a big opportunity here. Harry, don't know if he had the boost. He just went for the bump and didn't really play the ball.
It's looking less and less likely right now.
Unless Reto slaps one in. There's 6 seconds still on the clock. We've seen a 0-second equaliser. We're going to see something even more special in this game. Lovely work from Tom, by the way, to get that centre. 6 seconds separate this blue team and the Lockett League Championship. Do they have the ice? The ball goes into the blue corner. That's not where they want to see the ball right now.
Certainly not. That's incredibly well defended, though, by Vijador, and he does well to hit it down.
And he absolutely slaps it home. Harry says, Salvador, you're no fun. Good games called by all.
Toxicity coming out in the final moments.
And Tom's left the party. Doesn't want a post-match interview. He's out of there. Everyone's quitting. Shall we see if we can get them in the game chat and have a little talk to them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. I'm going to have to turn my voice chat back on. See if we can get them in.
Discord.
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself in Discord. Actually, I'm just going to hang up and go into the game chat. Hello, finalists. Well done. Well played.
I was listening to the stream, getting very confused. Hello.
Hello. You're going to get double audio if you do that. I've popped in for a winners interview if that's alright with you guys.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we've got both teams still here, haven't we?
I don't know if Richard's in the chat, actually.
Rich is typing in the Twitch chat. All right, Rich can do his winners interview from the Twitch chat. How does it feel to be a 3-time Lockett League champion?
Now I can hear people.
Oh, right, okay. I'm not typing in the chat anymore. Congratulations, Rich. Congratulations, Jambu. Congratulations, Salvador. How do you feel?
Yeah. I'm elated, as we were saying at one point. It was some tight series. That was tight. Every game was tight. Every game was within overtime or a few goals in it. Oh, 1 goal in it. It was really tight.
Yeah,
Peter
we were
and I
saying
was. Oh yeah, go ahead.
the biggest lead we saw the entire time was 2 goals, I think, and I don't think it lasted very long.
I think that might have been in the last game as well.
Yep.
Only.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah.
There was, I think, 3 matches. No, 2 matches that had a 2-goal lead, and one of them it happened twice. It was 2-0 and 3-1, and then the final was 2-0. Everything else was within 1 goal.
Yeah.
We saw multiple OTs.
Yeah, we felt confident. I think it was the 3rd or the 4th game where we actually lost, but we hit the crossbar a few times, and I think Jamie was like, we played better than them in that game, and it just
that was the game. That was the one when you weren't in the voice chat.
Yeah, I was in the voice chat, but he was like, we played better, so like, don't worry. And like, it felt like we had that margin, and it would just over 7 games, it would just level out, you know.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you don't really need to switch anything up. It was just like it was just your precision, and if you can just get essentially more shots on target in the next game, you don't really have to switch up the play style.
My favourite play was definitely where Salvador scored, I think it was in the 4th game, where I managed to get the goalkeeper to move out of the way and he just put it in, which all came down to Jamie shouting at me at one point, going, go for the keeper! And so I switched from ball cam and then just tried to make it harder, and it works.
I can't believe that Harry didn't get the demo, because Salvador did so well to slow the play down, but Harry was properly on his tail trying to get the demo.
I'm seething.
I was looking at the ball cam and I could see 2 behind Salvador, and that's when I heard Jamie shout, "Oh, so there's only 1 in the goal." So I'll just try and make it harder for Salvador. So, yeah,
worked really well.
Yeah, it was really good.
GG's, commiserations, Tom, Christos, and Harry. He played really well. No response.
I mean,
I didn't realise you were expecting one.
that was a very succinct description of how we played.
Yeah.
You weren't toxic enough. I think you were only toxic in game 1, so I think that was probably part of the problem.
We can run it back and I can say worse things.
Well, maybe we'll have a grudge match next year, you can say. But no, thank you all for playing in the tournament. I hope you had some modicum of fun and don't all just hate each other now. There is a prize. There is a prize for the people who can make it into the office. I will bring it to them in the office. For the people who cannot, I will contact you via Teams or other social media services to acquire your information, so I can send you your prize.
Hobnobs.
I discovered recently, so Rich has kindly uploaded the photos from the first ever Lockett League that he ran back in 2015 when the game came out. And it turns out I have been doing the prize wrong ever since, because Rich gave a packet of hobnobs to all 3 of the winners, and ever since then I've only ever bought 1 packet of hobnobs.
So you're cheap and Rich should still be winning these, is what I'm hearing.
I just want to say that Rich's trophies were about the size of a postage stamp, so at least those have increased in quality.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the physical prize has got better, but the consumable prize has definitely shrunk.
The budget's been rearranged.
Shrinkflation happening, affecting the Rocket League competition.
Yeah. All good.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you all for playing.
Thank you very much
Thanks
for
for putting
arranging
it together,
Brad.
Bradley.
Yeah, thanks for doing it, dude.
Yeah, well done, Brad.
Yeah,
Cheers. And now we're gonna go now kill the stream. So yeah. Does anyone want to fancy a game of Rocket League?
Yeah.
Not till next year.
At 1 PM tomorrow, yes.
I could do a few.